Welcome back to Sub-Zero Hero, where we come back for a league game, not the cup game, alas. We are knocked out of the cup, but I kind of made the decision myself to sacrifice that competition in favour of trying to push for promotion in the league. It means that we've had the payday for our run in the Norwegian Cup all the way to the quarterfinals. The first thing I did was ask to finally be allowed to do a coaching course so I can try and improve my coaching attributes. Alas, I was turned down for maybe the third time since I joined Tromsdalen, but there is some good news. I went to the board and asked if they would improve our youth recruitment. They said no, but they did allow me to go into the boardroom and discuss it. And over time, our youth recruitment is now going to go from excellent to exceptional, and hopefully that will improve the quality of what's coming in the next youth intake. But today, it's back to league action, and we've hit a little bit of a blip. So this is the blip that we have been going through. You'll see that we're fourth in the table now at the halfway point of the season, but we're by no means out of contention. Vålerenga's second team are not allowed to get promoted, so the promotion spot would actually go to the team that finished second, and the playoff spot would go to the team that finished third, and we're only a point behind third place and 2 points behind that promotion spot in second. So we're not doing terrible, but we've definitely hit a blip in form. This is definitely a sticky spell for us. Let's show you what's been going on. In our last episode, we went to Premier Division Sarpsborg in the Cup, and we came away with a 1-0 victory, but we bounced straight back into league action. And we were only playing a 10th place team in Brattvåg, but we were tired, and we had some players missing through injury, and we lost it 1-0. We managed to get back to winning ways in the next game, but then we had a game against Vålerenga, who we were drawn against in the Cup, an away tie at their ground in Oslo, already a payday, and we decided to sacrifice the game. Because 3 days later we were playing Eidsvoll Turn, and at the time of that fixture we were top and they were second, and we didn't want yet more tired and injured players going into that very important league game. So we put a lot of the reserves out against Vålerenga, didn't disgrace ourselves, got a nice little payday of nearly £300,000 and had a fresh team to play Eidsvoll Turn. But we didn't do quite as well as we would hoped. I mean, a draw against your closest challengers is fine, but Grunvoll hit the post from a penalty. We hit the woodwork 3 times in total in this game, and we were relying on Leesvold equalising for us in the 83rd minute just to escape with a point. Not ideal, but okay. But then things really started to tail off. So we lost 2-1 in our next game, and then we played Chelsea, who are also right up at the top of the table, and they beat us 2-1 again. Now, in both these games, the match stats were, if anything, in our favour. We had an XG of 1.86 in this game compared to their 0.52. We should not have lost it. And even in the Chelsea game, and they are a very good team, well, look at our XG of 1.39 versus theirs again of 0.52. But our team has been getting progressively more tired. Maybe I've been making few mistakes with the training and pushing them too hard to try and bump their attributes up. We've made some tweaks to the training, and we've also had a 20-day gap between our last league game and the game that we've got against Kavak Holden today. We've played a couple of friendlies in that time, but in one of those friendlies we just played the youngsters, and the other friendly we played the day after most of our squad came back from a 2-week break. So they should be a little bit fresher, and we're going into a game today where we've got to get back to winning ways, or the wheels really are coming off our campaign. One thing we have done though is we've made a couple of changes to our backroom staff at youth level ahead of our next youth intake preview in November. We've decided to dispense with the services of our head of youth development, who had a professional personality and a determination of 13, as well as our under-19s manager, who had a fairly professional personality. And the thinking behind it is that rather than going for youth players coming through that are professional, that might have varying levels of determination and varying levels of a hidden attribute of ambition, well, instead we've appointed a new under-19s boss who has an ambitious personality, still has got determination of 13 and hopefully that will rub off, but likes a wing play style, has a direct style of play that matches us. Their second favoured formation is a 4-4-2, which is what we play. They've also got pretty good coaching attributes. They're good at working with youngsters and they've got a level of discipline of 16. So hopefully when they're running that youth training, they might just make the boys focus a little bit more. It's a risk. We're ditching a professional and a fairly professional backroom staff for one that so far is ambitious, and we're still on the hunt for a new head of youth development. We'd like one that's going to bring through players with very high determination. Maybe one that is resolute or resilient. We haven't had any apply with that kind of personality so far, but that's what we're on the hunt for ahead of November. Let's show you some of our boys, by the way, because one of them, old Andre Gerser, is now getting some starts in the first team. He's come off the bench 4 times, but he's started 3 games as well, and he's going to start again today over on that right-hand side of midfield. And he is starting to train on quite nicely. I think give him another year and he could be our starting right winger. We've got a few more that are also training pretty well. So our centre half, Borsch, he is training okay. And again, given a year, I think he could be pressing our 2 centre backs for starts. This guy, Ludwig Dreyer, continues to train very, very well. We're still working on him as a midfielder. He is getting better and better. There's another player who's not really focused on, or we've not really featured that much so far. But my goodness, this guy is training hard. This is Asbjorn Eriksson. And every week his training, he's just getting better and better and better. Have a look and see what you think. I reckon there might be a deep-lying playmaker of the future in here. I mean, if you have a look at the kind of attributes you need to play that kind of role, he's got the balance already. His decisions are there. The work rate, the passing, the technique, pretty good. First touch, we can work on. Teamwork and vision, we can work on. Maybe it's only the anticipation that's really a little bit low for that kind of role. Worst case scenario, we work on his physicals, try and get them all to double figures, and he could sit out there as a wide midfielder on the left. And again, I think he could fulfill a role. The guy's still only 15 years old. He's made 1 sub-appearance so far. We're going to have him on the bench for today. I reckon he could be another player. Some of the others are not training so well. That's why we've made some changes to our backroom staff to try and get them coming through maybe, and this is a risk, with a little bit more ambition, which might make them want to leave the club sooner, but it should make them focus more on trying to achieve their potential ability, and might mean that we can get them into the first team quicker. But talking of first team, we are going to hit our selection. We're going to get out there for a game today. Never mind the youngsters, this is all about trying to get the first team back into the promotion hunt. So we are underway. This one feels like an important one. One other little thing we've done for this game, by the way, is we've changed who's playing up top for us. We're giving Leesvoll a bit of a rest, who's been in decent form but has tailed off the last few games. We're playing a youngster who's got a bit more pace, Bendik Mathiasson, who came in for our last friendly and scored a hat-trick. And we're hoping that maybe a little bit of extra pace up top might just allow us to make more of a breakthrough, because we've been getting decent XG, not finishing our chances and not picking up the points we need to stay at the top of the table. So we're trying to mix it up a little bit today. Partly that's why we've brought Gerser into the team as well, just giving us a little bit more energy out there on the right rather than one of our ageing wide midfielders. We're playing a second winger, but so far it's not really created any breakthroughs for us, has it? Players are playing okay, but we're not really threatening. We're going to chuck out a shout of demand more. But this is a first half that's not really given us an awful lot of highlights. We're going to have to get the boys in at half time. Hopefully not a goal down. And we're going to have to demand an awful lot more of them. They've got the ball out on the left here. I think they're going to get a long shot away. This is not going to be a counter-attacking highlight. Oh, they've blazed one over the bar. This is another not great performance from the boys. What do we say to them at half time? We're going to thrash our arms. No, we're not. We're going to point the finger. We're going to follow the assistant's advice and say we're not happy with the performance. Do we nudge it down a notch to make sure we don't get beat? Throw it out as cautious? Let's give it 10 minutes of that and see how that does. Sometimes maybe you need to invite the opposition on a little bit more to create the space you need to counter-attack. Is there any rationale in that? I'm not sure. Let's get that ball away. Vibe has continued to be good, but he is getting more and more tired as he gets older. I think he's 31 now, and I'm not sure, even with a short 26-game season, I don't think he's got 26 games in him. So we really need one of our younger centre-backs to step up. God, we're going for, 7-8 minutes of the second half, and things are not improving, are they? So let's get into the tactics. Let's nudge it back up to balance, and let's see if we can make some changes to the way that we're playing. Let's maybe bring the directness down and the tempo up and increase the width and see whether that can make us a bit more of an attacking threat. We might also make a change up front and bring Leasefall on if we don't get a breakthrough pretty soon. Not seen anything from the big target man this game either. He's gone slightly off the boil again. He is a mile offside. Mathiasson, mile offside. Gave him the big build-up. He looked superb in that friendly, but it was against non-league opposition. And we are going to need a little bit of a performance in these final stages. This would make it 3 defeats in a row if we lose it. We need to get back to winning ways. Here's our little man Gersa. He's gone through. He's not scored for the first team yet. None of our youth players have scored for the first team. We've had a couple of assists. Gersa could have been our first goal scorer. Right, we're going to make the change. We're bringing on Leasefall. And let's change him to a poacher and see if we can release him and get him a little bit more involved. At least we're playing slightly better. We're going to throw out another shout of demand more. And we're into the highlights again. Come on, here's Leasefall. He's involved straight away. Grunwald. He's whipped one over. Oh, goodness me. We got a corner then. Show us the corner highlight. Where's Grunwald? Let's get him on that near post. All right, he's in. He's unmarked. Get it to him. Come on. Oh, he's got it, but he's nodded it over. He's not scored from a corner for a few games. And the game is pretty even, isn't it? It's pretty poised. Come on, here's Gersa. Grunwald. At least we are attacking now. We're looking a little bit more potent. I'm worried we're going to get caught on the counter. We need a goal. Come on. We need a breakthrough. Oh, Grunwald. He's got good long shots. I think they're 15. Couldn't get the little breakthrough there, right? We need some more changes. Who is playing poorly? Bendixson as the playmaker is playing poorly. Let's swap him out for Andreasen. And, the left back continues to perform poorly. Let's change him as well. Maybe we'll nudge him up to an attack. We need a breakthrough. Need a goal. Come on. Last 10 minutes, boys. They've looked better since we changed things up at half time. Can give them one more team talk. Let's see how this highlight plays. Oh, it could be a counter. Come on. Flood up. He's in. Is he onside? Is he onside? I think he is. Oh, he's gone backwards though. Oh, now we're getting counted on. That was poor. Oh, there was no options. Not enough support. We go again. He's in again. Finish it. Oh, he's taken it on his right foot and blazed it right now. We need the shout. Let's encourage them for the last 9 minutes. It's worked with a few. 0-0 draw's not a disaster. At least it stops the run of defeats. But again, this is a team down in 10th place. We're struggling to make breakthroughs. I think we might need to just let the shackles off the tactics a little bit. Here's Gersa. Sling it over. Get the big man in the box. Where is he? He's gone back again. Where's your overlaps? Here it is. Come on. Hit Grunville. Oh. Can't get the crosses away. It's all tight in there now. Hit Grunville. Ah, he's offside. Not good. Where's this leaving us in the table then? 3 points now behind Eidsvoll Turn. And that's if we nick a point. What's happening? Going into injury time. We look like we could counter again. He's offside, isn't he? All right, they're playing on. Playing on. Winners. Come on, counter on them. Come on, a late winner. Then we'll go defensive. Get the ball in. You've got a 6'4" target, man. You've also got Gersa. Oh, how is Gersa playing, by the way? He's on a 6.6. He's done a little bit better than that. He seemed like he's been involved. We're counting on him again, but I don't think there's going to be enough time. 0-0. I think we need to make some tactical tweaks. Maybe we need to ditch the target man for a little bit. Maybe we're just playing too direct at the moment and we should get a couple of pacier options up there. I think we're going to give them quite a tough little team talk. I think we might need a little team meeting as well. That's going to make it, is it 4 games without a victory? Is it 5? The table's not looking a disaster, but if we carry on this run of form, the other teams are going to reel us in and we're going to lose touch with those teams at the top of the table. We're not looking like a sub-zero hero right now. We're going to play a few games offline. We're going to come back and see whether I've just made some tactical tweaks that can just drag us back into the promotion hunt.